What's happening, guys? Vince from Ecom Stacks here, and I'm just gonna give a quick update on what I've been up to recently. So since the last time I made one of these videos, I think I was basically hovering around the £100 a day mark with my shop, and since then, to be honest, not much has changed. I kind of steadied out, and I've basically been averaging about 100 a day. And I've had some highs. Like yesterday, I reached 170, and I was hoping to make more. And today, I'm currently at 151. I got a screenshot just to make sure I got proof. So as you can see, since the last video, I made it up to about 175, just close enough. And then I had a couple of low days. For some reason, I went from 175, I went right down to I think this was around 50 or just under 50, and the only thing I can say that was attributed to was after this day I decided to scale up my ads. And every time I've done this now, every time I've gone and tried to spend more on ads, the next day has been a disaster. So I just let it run. It came back up to about 120, which is fine, and then I dropped again. So I was up and down. This wasn't a drastic drop. From what I remember, this was around £75. So, I broke even that day. Whereas this day here, I lost some money. And I haven't lost much money since I started this. So that was kind of like a shock for me. I was like, what's going on? Especially because I upped my budget. So I was suddenly spending about $60 a day. And then to have it drop so low, I was just like in shock. But anyway, things got better. And since then, I matched that day, so I think I've reached about 175 again, give or take a couple of pounds. And today, I'm currently sitting at 151, and I've got a couple of hours to go. So I'm kind of hoping, man, I've reached that 180 mark, because I'm just always trying to push up my numbers without spending too much on ads. So I've been keeping my ad spend steady. I've been just cutting bad ad sets and replacing them with better ones, or different targeting, different placements. Just trying to find a better winning combination, and I think I'm getting there, but I'm still kind of stuck. And as you can see, over a whole week, I think I'm averaging about 100 a day, which is alright. It's not great, but I kind of feel like I'm stuck at a plateau, and despite all the things I've been trying, I can't seem to break through it. So I'm just testing a whole bunch of items now. And so far, no luck. So I'm still kind of coasting on 2 items I found that work well, and a couple of items that complement it, that are selling quite well. But otherwise, having a hard time finding that next item, that next hot seller. And I think I'm going about it all wrong. So what I've been planning to do is change my strategy. Whereas before I would go for random items I would see on AliExpress that were hot items, and then try and do some broad targeting to see if they were a winner. If it wasn't a winner within 3 days, I would just drop it. I think I've been going about this wrong. What I should do is target a niche, find 5 items in that niche, then go into the audience insight, get some detailed targeting, make sure I go deeper than just the broad, let's say I'm targeting gays and homosexuals or whatever. And, rather than just targeting homosexuals on Facebook or targeting behaviors like men that like other men, I would go into the audience insights and find pages that are further down that they like, accumulate them, and put them into my interest targeting. So hopefully, the type of people that when you're targeting gay people, or when you're targeting gay on Facebook, for example, you're not just going to target gays. You're also going to target a whole bunch of people that are like kind of into gay shit, or maybe kind of gay. Whereas if you're trying to push items that you want to sell, like bracelets for homosexuals or whatever it is, man, you want to really get down to the people that are more likely to use that and buy that product. So basically, I'm just going to go into the audience insights, and I'm just going to find as many pages that I think are related with buyer intent. So I didn't do this before, because I always had the mentality that I should do a broad test on a whole bunch of items that I know are hot sellers already. And then from there, if I find an item that works, I would go into the audience insights and try and find different interests to target. That's basically what I did with the 2 items I've got that are selling right now. So I went broad, I got lucky because I tested a whole bunch of them. These ones converted. So once they converted, I went in and tried to figure out how to make them convert better. And I won't say I've done a great job of it, but it's kind of been working. So luckily for me, man, that strategy hasn't been too bad. But I think I'm going to do it the other way around. Also because once you go in and you do the hard work, and it's going to take a couple of hours to find all the pages and so on, you're not just testing one item like I was. I was finding one item that I thought was hot and then trying to find interest for it. I would have a whole bunch of interest and test 10 to 20 items if some of the items start converting. And that hard work at the front end of finding the right pages and interest should serve you further on down the line. So you're potentially losing 2 hours, but if you do find one product that hits it with the right targeting, that same targeting will work for a whole bunch of different bunch of different products. So basically what I'm saying is, it's more risk up front, but it's more reward further down the line. So it's a different way of going about it, where I was more like throwing shit at the wall. And not that that's a bad way of going about things, but I'm just going to try it the other way around now and see if I get better results. Also because once you find an item that works, whereas with the items I've got, I haven't found many other items that work well with the item I found. They're more like one-off items. I think it's better to go about it and look for a whole area of items that might sell. So if you find one seller, you're more likely to be able to sell many, many items at once. So anyway, that's my plans going forward. I've tried a whole bunch of stuff. I tried to bundle offers. I tried to do things like 3 pieces of jewelry for $9.99. I've tried to find bulk offers. But so far, not much has been working. I tried different products for women, earrings, necklaces. I'm looking at more necklaces as something I want to target a whole lot more because I just feel like it's a simpler item. And there's not much that can go wrong there. I haven't done much of the 3+ shipping yet, which I plan to do. I'm just wary of the whole thing, and I'm just still feeling how people respond to the shipping times and if there's any issues and complaints. Because I know that 3+ shipping is a good way to get a whole bunch of volume, but it's a good way to get a whole bunch of problems too. So I'm still 50-50, and I know it's also a front-end offer. You need to find a 3+ shipping offer, an offer that's cheap enough that you can also try and then upsell them on a more expensive offer. So that's something I'm also going to plan to move forward with. Other than that, my French store, I've been having a tricky time with that store. After about 2 weeks, I had a couple of sales. It's slow going, and I find the French market just seems to be a tougher market to crack. I get a whole lot more engagement with my ads in France, but man, not many add to baskets, not many abandoned checkouts. I'm just thinking, man, maybe in France, because people are just more broke over there and they're just paying higher taxes and all the rest of it, I gotta go with a more high volume approach. So basically, I'm planning to do the 3+ shipping over there, and I'm planning to just go for broke. And even if I only make $3, $4, $5 on each product I sell, and I have to sell 20, 30 in a day, I'm just gonna try it over there now. I think I've been going for higher margins. So I've been trying to make $10, $15 on each product I sell, and avoiding the lower margin stuff. But I think it's time to try it and just go more for volume. Also, the amount of orders I'm getting, I'm at the point now where I was like saying, if I manage to consistently make £100 a day, I will hire someone. So I'm in the process of recording my my workflow for how I do my orders and trying to find a Filipino. Basically, I'm trying to find a Filipino for about $5, maybe $10 a day. But from what I've seen, $5 should be doable. And other than that, just having issues with PayPal. And just moving forward and seeing if I can break that. Basically, I'm trying to break that £200 mark. Trying to break it without, drastically upping my ad spend. And the way I'm going to break it, I'm sure of it, is when I find that third item that sells for me. So until then, I'm just going to be setting up as many ads as possible, trying different things. Now I'm trying to send people. I'm trying to send people directly to product pages, trying to see if that increases my average order value. So I'm doing ads that go to a collection, to a collection rather than a product page. So they go to the collection, the product is still there in first place, so they should be able to click through. But at the same time, they're getting exposed to a whole bunch of other items on the collection page. So that's something I'm trying. I'll see how those results come in. Other than that, like I said, I'm moving forward more with finding niches with a whole bunch of items, making a collection, and then going through audience insights and improving on my targeting. So stay tuned. Next one will be coming up a lot quicker than this one because I've just been sick and I haven't got around to it. But other than that, hopefully today might be a record day. I think I'm about 2 orders away from breaking my 175 benchmark. And if it happens, great. If it doesn't, whatever, man, because I'm aiming for bigger numbers either way. And hopefully I resolved this thing with PayPal that has just come up now. Business is a bitch. There's always problems. And just one more thing just before I go. One of the ideas I had, because I was looking for a passionate... One of the mistakes I think I've been making with my product selections is I haven't been thinking about passionate, hungry crowds that basically want to express themselves, want to signal to the world their interests and who they are and so on. So I've been getting lucky, but now I'm looking at more trying to find just real hungry crowds. So this is why I'm looking at the LGBTQ or whatever it's called community. I'm just looking at a whole bunch of these items, and you see, if I go here, if I find one of these works, technically, man, a whole bunch of these will work together. But there's a whole bunch of this stuff, and I know these people are just they're desperately trying to signal to the world like I'm so great, I'm gay, whatever. So hopefully I can piggyback off that and sell a whole bunch of these. And this is what I'm talking about, going for maybe higher volume, lower margin. So I think I'm going to move forward and try this niche today, try and find 5 items, try different strategies with these items, and try and target this market in the UK and in France and see how that goes. So anyway, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.